Hey everyone, it's me. I think everyone's essentially aware about Hololive and VTubers at this point, and since today, I want to go over to the Hololive EN's members, managers of being Jchad, Maury's manager, and Enma, Inna's manager. Going out their central designs and what I thought, what I like, and what I don't like. I am aware there essentially is a third one in the group called Gemma, but I want to go to the designs that are essentially kind of canon if I put them in air quotes loosely, because these designs actually came from the actual members himself. Jchad being designed by Maury, and Enma being designed by Enna. And in a way, basically just designing them and what their managers would look like. So this is pretty much in the way it's can we get. So we're only just looking those two today. And as well, bigger disclaimer that this video is just going to be very minimalistic. So expect me stuttering here and there. The recording of me talking was essentially unscripted. There was no script, pretty much. So you expect me to stutter here and there. I try to make sure I can edit out as much stuttering as possible, but do here be stutter nonetheless. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy. So let's just get on to the first design itself, being Jchad. So with Jchad, all I can say is just, wow, I can just dig it. I really like the design choices Collie's chose for Collie's manager. With the body figure essentially more showing off of a woman that's in her 30s, as well as her height seems more of the average type of female woman. Especially, speaking of body figure, especially how the waist is balanced out in her chest. You know, more seen in her midsection, with the central little designs with the two belts wrapped around that said midsection. As for clothing selections, I like the clothing section, my man. The black gloves, sunglasses, which for some odd reason give the vibes to Justice, but either way, I like it. The hairstyle of that big hair bang and the two ponytails does a really good way of fantastically balance out the overall look and the cape, which I'm gonna get to soon, don't worry. And with the fake horns, which I always, for some of myself, get mixed in thinking they're real, and I possibly think, dude, how it seemingly fits on her head. Am I the only one who thinks that? I can't be the only one who thinks that. Please tell me in the comments section I can't be the only one. I can think that. But I could go on and on about this, but it really gives that simple manager's design, or this typical one that we see consistency of a white bottom collared shirt being tucked in some sort of black bottom type of clothing, with the other clothing selection that gives that design a little more extra oomph to it. And the cape, that god dang freaking presumed superhero hazard that seems to have a higher kill count than freaking Stain from My Hero Academia, called a cape. From our average 20 misfinder specialist Maury's manager, it's just simple but effective in German. Sehr gut. That simple black really just does. That simple black cape just really just gives more just wow to it, as well as just giving more. And well, for some odd reason, feels like enhancing her much of their presence in a way, as like a leader. It's really more using that technique of that the three house two-piece combo. And what I mean by that, in three houses, there are characters that have very simple designs, and some that actually just have like two simple type of pieces, like concept, if you can get what I mean. I mean that just, it's so effective yet so simple. With Manuela's freaking white shirt and green colored male bilifs of like armor and other code, the three lords, especially that teaching role lords of the Dimitri, like especially the one for Dimitri after the time skip, aka what the three lords will look like after the results of playing Mario Party with each other. Because seriously, I think Dimitri's time skip version is just the better good example of what I'm getting to. Just the black armor and that long blue cape, and it's kind of going out a little big with that little extra fur that's in more of a three-piece combo, but technically more it's a two-piece combo. Just really, it's so simple, and especially with the scar on the said armor, just does so many wonders, but just having so many little things on it, just really does wonders for the guy. As well, not to mention, for real, with Jchad standing there, she just already, for me, looks like she just oozes personality. I know maybe it's the way how she's standing, but I mean, you get what I mean. This character seems to so much potential of being a very, very expressive person. Not just by expressions, but how much you can do with this character. Really, just think about it. Think about what you can do with her. For like merch, an RPG character. Hell, I can see this character as a goddamn fighting game character, which I can see her be much of a puncher. Even now, how it's given away for how her sleeves are tucked up. The one thing I was not a big a fan of is the choosing of the shoes. But hey, I mean, you want to give her the shoes. That's just me. But like the shoes, I'm not really sure if I dig them so much. But after thinking it over, if they're like tennis shoes, like running shoes like you use in sports, I can definitely see the reason why, because there's actually some managers in retail that would actually use those type of shoes. But besides that this design is a 100% yes and a love to it. To the body figure, choices of use of clothing and said clothing related items, the hair, that god dang freaking cape really does help the showing that Jchad designs of being like, oh yeah, that's definitely Mori's fucking boss. Manager, you get the idea. And I have to be honest with this one. I feel like this one will be more shorter than it's gonna be more shorter than my review or essential gushing from Jchad from this one. See, I think it's obvious for you being so simple and again not being a lot to talk about. I am gonna be talking about it, but it's gonna be more shorter. So this time I will talk about its central potential to the Enma's design on her review or whatever. Emma's and Emma's or Enma. Emma or Enna? It's Enma. My bad. It was supposed to be Enma. But that doesn't mean like it's bad or anything. It's actually the design's not actually bad. It's actually quite good. And it did a really good job with the suggestion from her manager. And then the description she wanted for like the manager being a person that's in behind the scenes and trying to keep everyone in check, everything's good and all that, just like the type of manager thing would actually do. And it's more emphasized essentially how low energy Enma looks from the central design. And that kind of just emphasizes more about her becoming the back person. Is kind of like introverted, but if you know what I mean by that, but still, going about that, how a little wild her central hair looks, but more apparent when she has the ponytail on, that it seems to be untamed, not unchecked, and more noticeable to her eyes as well too. And for body figure choice, I wouldn't say this body choice is due for being introverted. I think it can be still showing that low energy work in any type of body choice, that this looks like more of a personal preference for either Enna or a manager. I think it would be by both nonetheless. As pretty much the rest of the entirety of the closing selections let's do was again this standard Hololive manager attire we see from Jchad of white freaking tucked in button shirt and some sort of black type bottom wearing. This time for Enna is having more of a skirt, if that's what it's called, as well for her high-heeled black shoes. And the central changes from her second look is basically the same thing, but her sleeves are more tucked up to the point her arm length, and for her again ponytail, essentially having a ponytail. But besides all that, that's pretty much the design, which is still good, but it's still simple nonetheless. Again, Enna really did a great job in showing her central idea of what Enma would look like, and as well from Enma's actual wants too. But even though it's simple, even though the design is simple, I feel like okay, sorry about that. It's hot as hell in my room right now. But there's some sort of something potential or something that's inside, something that's more than meets the eye thing, you know what I mean? As well, there seems to be like, I think Enna actually maybe planned or some sort of thing she'd done to the design to actually you can play around with it, with essentially how her hair has black on the outside and red on the inside, as well for the obvious red katana she has right there. Not to mention that gives this more apparent about there's something more to this central design. Now it seems that there's something more to it. This is how Enma can act like an adult at times, where she has to be like, and this is more supportive how Enma can act like adult times around the crew against with Enma and Gura. And that way, like a don't judge book by cover type of thing I'm getting feeling in here, but I don't know why. I just don't really sure why, but it's really a thing. And it gives more apparent how she was soloing and Left 4 Dead in that one stream. It gives more chance that this person is essentially apparently is a low-key goddamn Chad. So when we combine the simplistic design and things you can play around with it, and with her being, well, formidable, or like that don't judge a book by its cover, you know, those like that don't judge a book by its cover type of thing. You know, that she's basically some edition of that one quiet kid in high school. You know, they appearing to be quiet, but when they're going to do stuff, like, holy shit, now that's pretty crazy. He's kind of like the Joker from Persona 5. This can just really get this potential of its design or Enma and boost that to a freaking 100% 80, with people going, with having so many things and ideas being done. There's specifically one piece that I really fan, how what if Enma was a DMC character, how she had like wings and the central detailing of maybe reversion to like Nero's wings from Devil May Cry 5 when he goes Devil Trigger. I think that's a really good showing too. And as well, ones that essentially has said Nero's father in central pose than me representing DMC as well. Either or, it really stuff like that can really give it more of a bigger potential and showing up more of a getting more Enma more attention that type of way. So sum up, the design is very simple. It really shows up who Enma is. That's showing up who Enma is, and it really has a lot of potential for it too. Everyone, thanks for enjoying the video. Again, I'm really sorry this video was just more minimalistic than the previous videos I've possibly done. But I just wanted to try to just post something that really, it's been a long bit of a while than the last post I made. So I really just wanted to post something since it's been so long. But I'm sorry, it's just how the video actually looks. But either way, I really hope you enjoyed. And sorry again, it's just due to the fact I just wanted to post something. Either way, you have a good day. Take care.